Hello and welcome to another IC3D tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at one of the newer features called TieTop bags. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is bring in something to put in this TieTop bag. In our case, I've actually got a pack of hot dog buns that we'll be using for today. I'm pulling those out of my model library. And once they're in the scene, go ahead and select your object. Head over to the template library and drag right on the TieTop bag. From here, we're going to have a couple of different options, just like our other templates. The art width, art height, and gusset size is completely dependent on the artwork you'll be working with. In my case, today I'll be using 340 as my art width, and everything else is going to remain default. Underneath here, we have a template layout window that will show you what the art will look like, and a preview window for what the bag currently physically looks like. The next part is the artwork layout. Depending on what your art looks like, it may be left to right or top to bottom. The next is the type of bag you'll be working with. By default, it's set to this square seal bag, but you can change this to a single end seal bag or a dual end seal bag. In my case, again, we're using the square seal. Now from here, once your art width, gusset size, and all your measurements are tied in, we're going to want to go to our bag placement. This is where we can insert our object into the bag and start to wrap it up. Go ahead and select Insert Object and just give it a sec to load in your object. It will then place that object inside of the bag while wrapping the bag around it. Now from here, we have a couple of different options that we can choose just to make sure that the bag is exactly where we want it to be. We've got a reset option, which will just reset this so we can try once more with different measurements. We have got these small arrows. These arrows are corresponding to the actual position of the object itself, meaning if I wanted to, say, scoot this object up or down, left or right, I just simply have to hit the corresponding arrow, and as you can see, the object will move. I'm going to adjust my bag slightly by just simply moving the bag up around the object. This will also, if you do it slowly here, you'll notice that the object will also seal around, so you can continue to do this without a large bulge on the bottom here. And just leaving it to kind of settle down. And once it's ready, we can then flip the bag around, and we can add our crimp. To add a crimp or fastener, it's really simple. All you need to do is select our crimp fastener option, go over to the crimp position. Where is the crimp actually going? Let's say around here. And then we can go ahead and apply the crimp. This will just load in our crimp and, of course, intuitively wrap the bag around and allow the crimp to actually crimp in. So just go ahead and leave it to go just for a tiny bit, and once it's done, we'll go ahead and show you the fastener styles and adding some artwork. Once it's all crimped, the bag should be nice and tight at the top, and all we have to do now is add a fastener, either a grip tag, or we can add a strip. I'll be just adding a grip tag, and then add that to the scene. Now it will import upside down. This is just simply for creation, so all we have to do is select that bag, go into our rotation, make sure your transform window is open, and then we're just going to go ahead and spin this around so that when I hit F, we're viewing the front side of the bag and not the back. All right. From here, it's a simple connection to Illustrator. Once in Illustrator, we're not only going to have the base artwork for our bag, but we're also going to have the base artwork for our grip tag, allowing you to fully customize both. In this case, I've got some artwork I want to place on. And then once you're done customizing the art, and of course adjusting it slightly so you can match the artboard, we can then go ahead and update that back to IC3D. From there, heading back to IC3D, we'll see our artwork has been applied, and all we have to do is finish up our render with a few settings. The first thing I like to do is edit the setting of the material itself for the bag. So I'm just going to go ahead and first swap our render views, hitting start so we can see what the bag should look like right now. The artwork was looking good, but I'm not a big fan of the white fuzzy plastic. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. Heading over into our TieTop bag model, we can then open up our new material, and this should be our plastic material. Going in, it is set to plastic. Our diffuse and specular, though, are set to slightly gray, so I'm just going to push this up to white, and this will give it a more clear plastic look. Now from here, we're going to want to add some refraction, as this will give the plastic bag some shine. And then, of course, increasing the transparency to get a more transparent bag, like so we can actually see our contents. Maybe a little more transparency and a little more refraction. Now, once happy, all you have to do is hit save, and now you can head over to your lighting editor or backgrounds. Let's do backgrounds first. Add this as a nice just white background here, like a photo studio. Heading over to the lighting editor, and I'm going to be using a HDRI lighting rig that I've imported previously. This one's called Peppermint Power. From there, we can finish it up using shadows and turning those on in the special effects menu. Alright, now of course our TieTop bag isn't exclusively for hot dog buns. You can place any object inside of this bag, be it bread, rolls, various objects. You can actually do multiple small objects as well, as long as they're combined together. So really have fun with this one, and again, this is inside of the new IC3D templates TieTop bag, inside of our template library. Thank you so much for joining me, Adam Chop, as I took you through one of our latest features inside of IC3D. And of course, please comment and hit the like button just to get this video out to everyone else who needs to see it.